Welcome to the Dogon podcast. I'm excited to be here today.
Yeah.
We're getting some batch recording done. We're doing a couple recordings just to make sure we can kind of get in the flow of it. I think we do a good job and we do that. I'm wearing a throwback t-shirt today. Back to the first podcast, everybody. This was the personality movement. Had just about 300 episodes at one point, like 60-some thousand listeners, and it was a lot of fun. You know, that's one of the things that I love about what we're doing with Dogon, because it was like, you know, we decided to do like a content marketing approach where we put out a ton of videos and a ton of content as much as we can. You know, I mean, I'm trying to personally get us up to like, 10 TikToks a day, just because like, I go all Gary V in my head and I'm like, gotta do more, right. but like that content marketing approach is really just putting out authentic content about what's going on in our life, what we're doing with the business. And then when you guys see that, if it's something that resonates with you or connects with you, then, you kind of start to remember that Dogon name.
Right.
So,
I mean, these next few weeks are going to be either pretty nice or pretty shitty. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it could be pretty nice or pretty shitty either way it goes.
Yeah.
We're looking at moving into a new house and bringing one of our content marketers. She has 40,000 followers on TikTok, and bringing her in under one roof with us, with one of her friends as well, and kind of trying to put together a little bit of a team approach to building this. And
this deposit on this house is going to be around. It's supposed to be around $300, but he said he was going to draft up a new contract, so they might increase that. And I don't know I don't know how big it's going to be. I don't know what's going to change. I don't know if anything's going to change. Yeah. But if it does, we might be in a bad spot.
Yeah. And it really depends, too, on our lease here. Like, if we still pay on the 1st of next month and then we're at the end.
Pretty sure we're going to have to pay on the 1st. But
and so
that just means we have to get the fuck out of here really quick, or we just can't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for real. I mean, well, paying on the 1st, we'd still be able to stay for the whole month, because we don't pay.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, we don't pay.
But it would be $1,300 if we wanted to do it without the lease. Otherwise, we'd have to break it.
I think that $300 is the pet deposit that you have to repay.
I'm pretty sure it's they said it was a month-to-month thing. If you don't have a lease for a year-long contract, they charge you an extra $300 for fun.
But if our lease is up on the 2nd, though, technically, and we have to pay on the 1st, then we shouldn't have to pay the $1,300. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unless I just looked in the actual app, and it just told me that it would charge me $1,300 unless we renew.
That's wild. So that's weird. So then our lease really ended on the 1st of August,
I guess.
Technically, because if we have to pay a higher amount,
I'll have to talk to the people down there to know for sure. But that's just what I'm assuming.
But yeah, so it's either we gotta roll or we gotta stay. And there's just so many other aspects of this move where it's just like,
and I mean, they don't have a fridge. I mean, that's a major thing with no washer dryer, which is fine. We don't have that now, but at the same time, it's like, are we really upgrading here, or
are we going to spend a ton of money on just getting to kind of where we're at now?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really and then I even have another opportunity to go and move to Washington State, and that's like something that as much as I it's really an ego thing where I'm like, I don't want to get a handout from somebody else. The gentleman that that I might go out there for is he's like a extremely successful lawyer, and and I do some assistant work for him basically. Like I know he really just wants to help. But yeah, like for me, it's there is some positives of like he's an extremely intelligent person, and like a mentorship from somebody like that is like but no, what I'm saying is like the wealth knowledge that he has, and the certain aspects of his personality are like, that would be fun, that would be cool, but it's like there's something in me that's just like, no, Dogon needs me here. I gotta I don't know, but it's just there seems to be so many different things coming at me right now from so many different directions, almost like you can do any one of these, and it's like, oh my, but I've been in this situation before, and what wakes me up and what pulls me out of bed in the morning is doggone packs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's like my big drive every single day, because it's something that I know. And when I see people open up our stuff and look at the supplements and look at they're like, this is cool.
Yeah,
you know,
people like it for the most part. I mean, I don't think I've received any negative on it. So
yeah, the biggest positive feedback I get is from how it actually works. You know, and that part just, I mean, that just makes me so happy.
I mean, I feel myself reaching for it like every day. So
yeah. No,
other people like it as much as I do, then that's pretty damn good.
Right. And, you know, I guess we'll find out here shortly with, you know, some of our listeners who have done pre-orders and have gotten their pre-orders, and some of our, you know, handouts that we've given, the freebie giveaways. It's like, you know, maybe these people are going to be running out in the next couple of days, and they're going to be placing an order for another Go Pack, you know. So it's been a hell of a start and a launch to this company, and right now we're in the phase of in the grind, where we're basically trying to get to 25 sales a day, and we're probably not gonna be able to get to that until we get on Amazon and Walmart. Right. But I still am confident that we're gonna hit that number a lot quicker than I originally thought, just because of the response and what I've seen.
I mean, people seem to like it a lot, so it's good.
Yeah. Oh. Man, I hate these headphones. Like, I guess they're meant to fit on your head as you know, awesome as possible, whatever, but like if you move like a little bit, it's like the whole thing collapses on itself, and it's like come on. But so sorry about that, guys, but I just had a little bit of a buzz in my ear. I had to fix that. But you know, for me, I just think that however anything turns out over the next couple weeks, I know that everything's going to go exactly how it's supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, things have a way of working out usually, so we'll find out.
Yeah, I have like a weird faith in like the fate of how things are supposed to unfold, and I keep feeling like this, not really like deja vu, but almost like I am where I'm supposed to be type of thing. You know, and I don't know if that means physically in the country, but I definitely know that means mentally where I'm at, you know. But as much as I dislike some aspects of Texas, though, there's some really cool parts of being here. Like this time of the year, as it starts to cool down, it's like perfect weather every day. Yeah, you know? I
mean, it's been pretty toasty recently, but it is going on the decline, luckily.
Yeah, like today was 86, and it didn't feel like it was hot out.
Yeah, I mean, I have another job doing delivery services, and I have no AC in my vehicle, so...
Yeah, oh, so you're going to really notice that change.
It's going to be a lot better for me, for sure, but...
Well, you know, we have a friend that I found out where she's working out. She's working at that body shop in the office. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe that Jeep could get up in there real quick. You know,
who is it?
Miranda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She's working in that office over there. So I was like, I know, neither did I. But when I found out, first thing I thought was like, oh, Tristan's Jeep, and he probably even know how to fix the AC.
My car's all messed up. It's got, I think the front fan's not working, and. You know, my bumper's falling off and such, but...
I think that front fan might just be that transistor that I showed you. Because that, I swear, every time that happens, it's like you pull that transistor out and it's like all burnt up and messed up, you know what I mean? And
I just don't know where the fuck it's at in the car. I'm not really a car person, but, you know, I did have someone check it out. They made sure there was Freon in it. There was. So... I think that fan is the only issue that it could be. I mean, it makes sense. My bumper got ripped off. I think one of the connections got pulled out or something. But
well, you know, I'm not really a car person either.
Yeah,
you know, I have learned how to do a lot of stuff with cars because I watch a YouTube video or research about it.
I mean, there's ways to figure it out, of course, but.
Like, to me, I hate spending money on somebody else fixing my car.
I know, I don't like it either.
Like, it drives me nuts. And if I can watch a YouTube video...
That's why I just drive without it.
See, I don't accept that. I'd be like looking under the hood like, all right, where are these wires? Where is this?
All right, I don't have AC now. I'm fine with it.
You know? That's wild. That's, for me, I like to try to, change things that... that I can in my life. And sometimes I've worked on my car trying to fix something for a long time, can't get it, really? Can't fix it. Yeah, and then I would have to pay somebody to do it. But I'll put a shit ton of effort into it before, and I mean, I've done everything from, any type of rebuild when it comes to suspension, when it comes to drive shaft. I mean, I've done a lot of crazy shit that I'm like, sometimes though, it's scary. Like you're pulling apart your car. right?
Yeah, because you can mess anything up. I mean, especially if you're not super knowledgeable, you might break something.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've broken bolts and had to drill a bolt out, you know, and that wasn't my fault. That was just the car's old, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's like, I love those TikToks and YouTubes where they're like, I didn't know you knew how to build a house. Well, it's like, well, I'm broke and I want this to be nice, so I have to learn how to do this myself. Yeah. It's like, you know, poor people have to learn more stuff.
And I mean, one of our things that we kind of want to do is build, like from the ground up, a new studio, a couple of houses, and just like a little area to live at, you know?
Yeah, we've been, one of the big things we've been looking at is property in Oklahoma, trying to find somewhere where we could like build a couple tiny houses, put up a nice pole barn, put up a nice production factory, and basically.
With that would lead to the next business plan of, I'm not going to say it yet, but you can really deep dive into Oklahoma's culture and figure out what that might be, you know, but
yeah, I think it'd be a serious positive turn when we go that direction. And, you know, I was talking to somebody recently where I think we might be able to take advantage of, and I don't mean take advantage in a negative way, I mean mutually benefit with this other person and get some use out of that property in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that would be really cool started. Because I think that even if we don't live there and we just go there every once in a while and just have, you know, a little facility there, that would be fantastic.
I don't know why, but I'm always down to like live in a tent outside. Like I after doing that for almost a year in northern Michigan, I was just like, I wish I could never work again and just live out in the woods.
That would be cool.
Like it's so nice. I don't know. And I mixed modern technology with my woods living, by the way. You know, I mean, I had Wi-Fi, you know, I had hot water.
All I need is really an internet connection and something to eat, and I'm good.
Yeah, internet connection's big. You know, I actually miss my Metro PCS phone. When I was in the middle of nowhere in northern Michigan.
It still works.
Dude, worked better than people would come up there with Verizon, with AT&T, every other company, T-Mobile, even though, you know, T-Mobile is now the same thing as them, but or which vice versa. I don't know who bought who or if it's a merger, but you know, Metro and T-Mobile are one. But yeah, dude, I could watch, you know, high definition videos and be doing uploads at the same time. It was phenomenal. I don't know.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so hopefully we can move along that project, you know, a little bit sooner than later, you know, and kind of figure out, you know, where we're going to land, because it's like, now thinking about that and talking about that, it's like, well, hold on. So we're going to spend anywhere from, you know, $3,000 to $4,000 to get into this house.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, man, $4,000 could easily build a, you know, a small building. Yeah. You know, like a tiny home or a tiny home building on this property and even start. And then it's just another few $1,000s to start that business.
I think I would go with one of those little $5,000, like, I don't know, plop down houses.
Yeah. What is that thing that from,
I forget what it's called, but
it's on Alibaba or Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, but it was really sick. I mean, it's a nice little starter home to build off of.
Yeah, and some of them are like super high tech, like the walls fold out, and like, I mean, it's really wild.
It's pretty neat.
And they were like, you know, a few $1,000s.
Yeah, like $5,000 versus like, I mean, it's the size of a house you'd probably buy for like 100. So
yeah, and I was looking at this here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I just want to show it to you, so at least you know what I'm talking about. Maybe we'll be able to pop this image up. But I was also looking at like these little food trucks that you can buy on Alibaba. And I was like, man, I could do like a little, you know, like ice cone machine, you know, or something like this one set up for ice cream, but you could do shaved ice.
Yeah.
And dude,
is that a functional vehicle?
Yeah.
I'll have to put that on screen because it's kind of cool.
You stand up, but like, I don't understand, like the steering wheel looks like it's in the middle, but it almost looks like a joystick.
Yeah.
But it says it's made to be street legal. But yeah, you can customize it all with your own logo. Even if we made like a little Dogon van like that, like, look at that thing. Isn't that cool?
I think, you know, we'd have a moving, I don't know,
health and wellness zone.
I don't want to really say it on camera, but you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. We could. Yeah. And you guys, maybe we'll start doing like, what do you call it? Like Alpha Pack member episodes only, where you guys can access them on our website. Yeah. Just so we can talk about some of the stuff that.
There's just certain things that Texas doesn't agree with, so we can't really talk about it. But
yeah, and there's certain things like, future products and stuff that we don't really want to release, but maybe we should like have like an alpha pack where we talk about, because we already have, that inner pack group. Why not just like, because I don't mind them knowing that kind of stuff.
Right.
Because they're they're on our team, or they're in the pack. Like
right.
They should know it actually.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
We'll figure that out.
Maybe I'll finish the pack page, and I've been building stuff behind the scenes for it and getting ready for like a membership setup for you guys, and maybe we'll do like a $1 or $2 membership per month and give access to some of these videos that we just can't put out. But yeah, that would be cool. But I really think our next few steps that we take in the Dogon universe are going to make big waves. I think it's going to be some really positive stuff. I'm trying to get back in touch with a gentleman that I worked with in Michigan for a while. He had a particular product in this industry, in the next part of the Dogon universe industry, where everybody loved it.
Yeah.
And when you tossed it away like garbage, it had seeds in it that grew flowers and plants for bees. Yeah. And so it was like this really, really cool concept and idea, and they were just better than all the other ones too. Right. So maybe we can, kind of rekindle that with that gentleman and get that started.
That is one of my most wanted products, really, is like a seed inside of like a filter or something.
Yeah, something that when you're done using it, you can toss it to the side, and it's going to be beneficial and biodegrade. And we've been talking a lot about that because we really are looking at scalability wise. We want to make sure that every aspect of this company makes a positive impact. Right. We want to impact generations, and we don't mean we want to pollute the ocean with a bunch of plastic. So
of course not.
So we're really trying to find a way to, minimize.
There's a reason we're going to go with those biodegradable packs. I mean, it's going to be an option for you to choose if you don't want to get a plastic thing that you might throw away.
So you can still get this, and then we're still coming out with the founders pack for our founders.
It's going to be a metal container. You guys are going to really like it, I think.
Yeah, that'll be nice. And some people are, have already talked about buying their refill pack and just filling up their own Go packs themselves, which is totally easy to do. You get the bag and you just dump them in, and you guys don't have to even worry about counting them like we do.
Hold on, let me see this thing. I know there's a couple people who don't know how to open this thing. It slides out like this, it's sideways. Yeah. Just like that. People were trying to open it like this way, and I was like, this is not going to work.
Yeah, I saw one guy, he almost ripped it off. He was like...
Yeah, they did rip it off, and then they were happy with themselves. They were like, we did it. And I was like, no, you didn't.
You didn't. That's not how you do it. But if they do come apart, it's really easy, you guys. All you have to do is just pull... there's like a little notch here, and all you do is you put that one part before that notch, and you go over to the other side, and you just click it right in.
Pop right back in.
And so it's really easy if you're one of the...
if you pop it open, you would think that it's like broken, but it really does just go right back on.
Yeah, so if you hulked it and you're like, oh my gosh, I ruined it, or it's really, that's all you got to do. It's simple.
Pop it back on.
But yeah, I know we're gonna have to add that to the back of the pack.
I know, because
like a little picture where it's like,
do not know how to open it. Oh, completely fell apart.
No, but that's a good showing of it. Like this,
it can fall apart and then put right back together.
It's not, it's something that when it's closed, this thing is strong.
Another thing I didn't really think about, you can pull that open, and then you can, take out this little middle thing. You got more room in here now. Yeah. You can put whatever the hell you want in this thing now.
Yeah, right.
Or I guess it... Oh yeah, it does work, but it was pretty neat. I don't know. I just thought that was cool.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like, we could probably, you can probably fit a lot more in there. You could probably
maybe that would be like the refill or something. I
don't know. But yeah, this has been a fun journey of us figuring this out and kind of going through this process and getting ready for launch, and then now to be past launch. And it was wild for a week to be in such heavy promo mode. Yeah. It was definitely nice to not be like, hey, you want a free sample? You want this? You want that? Like, it was kind of nice to but we started getting feedback and reviews and contacted from certain marketing agencies and certain influencers.
Yeah, so people are starting to pick it up starting to enjoy it, I guess. But
yeah, a friend of mine sent me a picture today of a Dogon Go Pack she bought in one of the stores. She was like, "This is so cool."
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, and she was like, "This." And when she pulled this out, she was like, "This is the cutest, coolest thing." And I was like, "Well, I mean, I guess that's positive." But she really liked it. She's gonna give me some feedback on once she takes it. But
that is neat.
But yeah, it's cool that they're available out in the stores and you know, people can just walk in.
Somebody
and grab
like
them.
Miranda's definitely gonna need that. You know?
Oh yeah, dude. She
has multiple kids. She's always running around working, doing whatever, you know.
Dude, I know her amount of fight that she has as like a single mom and her amount of work, you know, effort that she puts in, or you know, I mean, it's unbelievable when you like listen to what she's done in the morning. Sometimes it's more than I've done in a week, you know, like. And then just the stresses of different aspects of life. I've always been impressed with her. So hopefully, yeah, she gets a positive result from it and a calming result.
Right.
Because
I mean, I think that could be very beneficial.
Yeah. No, I mean, single mothers, you know, and you know, individuals who are under a lot of stress and required to do a large amount of work in a short period of time. That's exactly who the Dogon Go Pack is for. You know. You
know, for people who are out there getting busy, getting out in nature. You know, just being physical, you know?
Yeah, because, I mean, if people just needed energy, they'd take stuff that would make them be, like, wired up and nuts. Yeah. But you need to be able to be focused, calm, especially, like, dealing with kids and stuff. You have to be able to, you know, communicate at a certain, you know, level of volume and, you know, and level of care where, you know, you're not, you know, upsetting the kids or you're not giving a bad example. And I've never seen her, you know, be like stressed to the point where she's like flipping out on her kids. Even when she like yells at them, it's funny as hell, just the way she does it. And they know too, like, all right, mom, that's mom's line. Yeah. It's over. But yeah, so thank you again for, you know, for going out and grabbing that and sending me that picture. That made my day for sure. But to all you guys out there, if you guys want to see something different coming out next, if you want to see a certain product, reach out to us and let us know.
We need more feedback still. I mean, we've got a couple people telling us certain things, but we need more. We need plenty more.
Yes, yeah. The more feedback we get, the more data we can take in from what everybody's looking for right now in our pack and in, you know, our viewership here. It would just make a big difference on what we kind of put out next. Of course,
they're ripping up the concrete still.
We got construction going on here. It's a constant battle of sound.
That's another thing, is it's going to be a whole lot quieter now that or if we do end up going somewhere.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be quieter with those girls and
I guess we could tell them to shut the hell up for a minute. But
and the dogs on the floor.
Oh yeah, it's a wood floor, so the animals are going to be tapping everywhere. But
yeah, and if one thing too, if he comes back with like a higher lease amount or a, you know, higher deposit or something, I'm gonna, you know, that's when I'll bring up like, well, what about the water damage in the laundry room and kitchen?
We're gonna have to negotiate something, maybe lower on the rent or something. But
yeah, because I mean, who knows how it'll turn out? But yeah, like I said, I have like this weird faith in fate and everything working out like it's supposed to. And
I mean, I'm a little stressed out, but I know that at the end of the day, nothing really is going to happen to where I die, or you know, everything's going to keep going.
Yeah, I've realized when I'm stressed out, it's because I'm sitting here thinking about stuff that hasn't happened yet that can turn out a million different ways.
Yeah,
and I'm just thinking about one of them.
I mean,
and I'm like, damn it, and I get mad at myself, like.
And then I get stressed out about certain things, like, I don't know, did I fucking do this properly, or, you know, am I going to be able to have to pay property taxes on this bitch while having to go there, or like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's like there is a lot of aspects where you're just, you know, you literally work yourself up physically over something that is like a completely fabricated fake situation in your brain.
And most of it's over money, usually.
Oh, always.
So.
Yep. And that's like, once I get to a point where, you know, I'm back to where I have money in the bank and savings. I don't even know if that'll be anytime soon, because I just keep putting it into Dogon. But
we'll see.
But it's like I've kind of gotten over that aspect of it. But I'm more focused now on being able to solidify my foundation for the future. Like, I don't care so much about where I live for the next year or two. I care about, you know, am I going to set myself up to get ahead and to be in a good spot.
Yeah, which is why I think getting out of this place as soon as possible is going to be beneficial for that, and getting set up in somewhere, you know, more permanent, more stable, I guess, less noisy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and for me too. Well, I don't know if that house would be quieter either, because that was a busy road right next to it.
I guess
that
but
one, but
I just don't think it'll be nearly as bad as construction every day. People yelling at the pool, people screaming.
Watch me move in there. They tear up the road right in front of the house.
Might.
I'll be like, mother.
That would be shitty.
But we'll see how all that works out. That gentleman definitely reached out to me, so he didn't say no. He just said he was writing up a new contract. So,
right. I don't think there's any reason he should deny us, but he might change the terms a little bit.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And then it really comes down to money talks. So if we get to the point where, we're ready to move in, and if everyone doesn't have
if you don't have your money, then we can't do it.
Yeah,
unfortunately, I just don't. I mean, we're not rich. So.
Yeah, not by any means. It's like we have a weird pet at home named Dogon that just fucking eats
it all.
But yeah, guys. I mean, this has been a fun episode. I like just kind of talking about where we're at and what's going on. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it too. But if you guys want to hear some of the more, I don't know, interesting or controversial stuff that we talk about, I do think we're going to start doing those private episodes.
We can do more, let more raw, whatever the hell we're thinking about on maybe Patreon or something like that. But
I say we just do it right through our website, and we just have the videos where on our locked page, where if you have the passcode, you can get in there and boom. And for our first 100 pack, our first 100 alpha pack members, of course, you'll have access to that. And that comes with your with your life subscription if you're an early supporter. So there's still a couple spots there.
Right.
And if you guys are looking to kind of get in on the ground level of the growth of the Dogon universe, I'd highly recommend you go to dogonpacks.com. Sign up as an Alpha Pack member, and so you'll be one of the first to know when we start putting out these private episodes.
Right. And while you're at it, get yourself a Dogon Go Pack. It's going to help you out with energy.
Yeah. And that's kind of cool to think about. Like, we can do episodes where we don't have to worry about being politically correct.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about...
I mean, it's just the people who are seeing it already know about us and don't really care about that. So.
Yeah. Because if you're a part of the Dogon universe, everyone doesn't have to agree here. We just respect that each other have our own opinions.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, there's a couple things that I'll be like, no, like, if you support this particular artist, like what we talked about, like,
that's just not right.
Like, if you're some Shadman supporter or something like that, then no, then you can't be, like, there is going to be certain things where it's like, we draw the
lines,
line.
But I mean, they're pretty far, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because as long as you're not negatively affecting somebody else's rights, I got your back.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much, and stay tuned for those Alpha Pack member. I mean, what are we going to call those?
We'll figure it out.
We got to come up with something cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dogon Uncensored, maybe, actually. That actually kind of works.
But I don't know. We'll see you guys later.
Thank you guys.